Hi, my name is Carly Barnes. This is part 2 of the ITL 510 week 2 assignment, the read aloud. I chose to read Eric Carle's The Tiny Seed because I'm starting a botany lesson unit study for science for my class, and I wanted a fun interactive book I could share with them to get them excited about botany, because botany doesn't sound like the most exciting subject. So I thought this would be a good way to introduce the subject, and starting with the beginning of plants, the seed, I thought was a good place to start. So to prepare for the read aloud, what I usually do when I read aloud to my class is I give some of them the option to draw as they're listening, because some of my students like to have something to do with their hands. And so I picked out stages of plants that are conifers, so that it starts from the seed and then it shows the different stages up until a pine tree, so that they could be drawing that as they are listening, and connecting from what they're drawing to the text that I was reading. I also have read this book several times throughout my teaching with them. So I had already read it previously, so I knew the text well and that's also part of why I picked it. I felt fine before I started reading, and I am pretty comfortable with reading to them. So I felt fine, and I was excited for them to see this book and to be able to interact with this book in particular. I always read The Hungry Caterpillar to them when growing up, and so I love Eric Carle and all of his books. The reactions of my students were great, and they were involved and interactive throughout the process and making connections as I was reading it. So I think looking when I watched my read aloud, I thought I could have taken more opportunities to be more interactive with my students. I think I did here and there, but I think there were more opportunities for discussion and interaction with it than I took advantage of. So I think that's something that was a challenge of how to get them to interact, and then also definitely next time improving it, I could find more ways to interact with them. And then also maybe I was thinking I should have written out discussion questions to prolong the reading so that I had actual questions. I just kind of made them up as I finished and as I went along. And then I think I've never watched myself do a read aloud, so that was a good practice. I think I should film myself more, because I saw definite ways I could improve being more expressive and more interactive, like I said, and having more opportunities for discussion is things I'm going to improve. And then I also would like to continue to record myself in different lessons. I was thinking it would be a good thing in the beginning of the school year to record myself doing in each of the subjects a lesson, in science and in history, etc., so that I can see where there's disconnect with me and my students, and what works, and work on that and improve it. So that is all for my recap of the teaching. Thank you.